them out and just too.
Yeah, no, it's a good look.
Yeah.
I got style for days.
It's funny, at the training seminar I was at all week, they were talking about different things and branding and all that. And the guy who's training us goes, is anyone a shoe guy? Like anyone into clothes and shoes? And I'm like, not me, but Mike.
Yeah. Seth from the meeting. Have you ever met him?
Yeah.
Him and his wife, they're like, after the meeting, look at me. They're like, how much do you spend on clothes and shoes? Like, well, I still pay my bills, take care of the kids.
It's a healthy allotment of my budget that goes towards matching my shoes with my hat.
The government paid for a lot of it during the pandemic, so appreciate that.
Oh,
well, good. Let's just kick this shit off, Tevin.
No more fucking around.
Let's get our intro. Let's fucking go. I'm ready to beat Greg in initials.
I think Tevin usually waits that 5 minutes. Get him ramped up.
Yeah. What do you get?
What do you get when you put two Minnesotans and a guy from Wisconsin together? Twist. The Week in Sports Talk. Get ready for some sports chatter, where there's sure to be laughing, arguing, and maybe even crying. Now, here are your hosts, Mike Reeves, Matt Benz, and Greg Green Bay Bauman.
Welcome in.
Shared.
Part of that is right. You do have Mike Reeves, Greg Green Bay Bauman. We are a Benzy-less show, and I think it's going to be a really good one.
Yeah, we left the kids at home this week.
Yep, the adults came to play. It's episode 64, adulting-ish. So, yeah, we're adulting. You can see, we got the big box look of the four-letter network and some of that, but as you watch the show, that's where the ish comes in. So, happy to be here. Welcome, Twist Nation, to another great episode of Twist.
For those of you who like to rip on my dress attire, I am still wearing cargo pants underneath.
Yeah, with dad shoes, like a mofo.
Yep.
So, yeah, from the look, as you can see, we look phenomenal. But, like most Zoom calls and analysts right now, we're naked underneath. So we're playing swords as you speak. So, but I'm pumped. I'm pumped for this show. The good thing about it, we want you to share the show. We want you to comment on the show. And please, now that Benzy's not here, say what you really feel about him. He doesn't even watch his own show.
Yeah.
So we can literally just talk shit about him for an hour, and he'll have no idea.
I actually talked to him on the way in because he was still working, and I asked him, what are you doing today? At no point did he say, well, watch Twist.
Right.
Because when I couldn't make it, I was working. I would be driving home from a client's house or whatever the case is, and I would just watch it.
Right.
I have it in the Bluetooth, whatever. But I guarantee you, unless Matt will watch it as long as someone tells him, you have to watch like at the 23-minute and 20-second mark.
Yeah.
On you.
I'm sure Taylor's watching just to let him know. But yeah, even when you're not here, I'll talk shit about you knowing that it's going to get back to you.
Yeah.
But I mean, Matt literally won't see a second of this. So please feel free to leave comments. Tell us how you really feel. We can chat about it. So we're excited. But I'm going to beat Green Bay Greg here in initials. So let's kick that off, T-Money.
All right. And today's initials are FS. FS.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So here we go. Item number 1 in FS. Clue number 1. Launched January 1st, 1980. Clue number 2. Its creator did not like the idea of recurring characters. Clue number 3. Included talking animals. Clue number 4. Was seen in newspapers. Clue number 5. The lunar face of the moon we can't see from Earth. And clue number 6. Gary Larson was the genius behind this iconic comic.
I knew it was a comic.
3, 2, 1.
Mike.
3, 2, 1.
Fuck shit.
Oh, Far Side.
There we
Fuck
go.
shit!
TBG. Wow. Yeah, I didn't think that you guys were going to get that one. That was a tough first one.
I know that one too.
I didn't know. Oh.
Fuck, I should have just let it go and Doge would have got it. Come on, Doge.
Let's see here. Sort through some of these. All right.
Fuck. Let's find one they'll get.
Clue item number 2.
Oh shit! Did you just see Doge just almost fell?
Oh, fuck.
He's pissed.
Uh-oh. Clue number 1.
What do we got going on?
MBC. We are located at MBC Multicast Studios in Northeast Minneapolis, and we are brought to you every show by our one and only and our favorite sponsor, Bricks.
Boatworks.
Boatworks. Check out their new location next to Shakopee Bowl in Shakopee, Minnesota, 41 and 169.
Perfect. There we go. All right, we're back. Clue number 1. Was involved in a Saturday Night Live Cartier ad parody. Clue number 2. Tweak was given one in a 2017 South Park episode titled Put It Down.
I don't watch South Park. Tweak, that's a good name, though.
Clue number 3. Can be stainless steel, copper, plastic, titanium, and more. Clue number 4. Was a cultural phenomenon in 2017. Clue number 5. It's typically 3-pronged. And clue number 6. Often described as a stress-relieving toy.
Greg, fidget spinner.
That a boy, Greg.
I was thinking fork. Fork spoon.
Fork spoon. Item number 3. Often synonymous with perfect vacuum. Clue number 2. It's centered. Clue number 3. It's automatically filled. Clue number 4. Often connected to a computer's memory. Clue number 6. Clue number 5, sorry. It's not included in a postage stamp or 4 corners. And clue number 6, it's a part of a bingo card.
Greg, free space.
GBG is on fire today.
This is bullshit.
If Matt was watching this, he'd be rolling over.
But he's not.
He'll never will.
Yeah. He'll be like, hey,
how'd episode 32 go?
did you guys have a show this week?
Fucking idiot.
All right. Up next, we've got clue number 1. Connected to Burt Reynolds, Brooks Koepka, and singer Jake Owen. Clue number 2. Its motto in English is strength, skill, and character. Clue number 3. Located at a state capital. Clue number 4. Their nickname translates to runaway or wild one. Clue number 5. They wear garnet and gold.
Greg, Florida State.
Wow. GBG up to 4 now.
Is it really, or is it the Seminoles?
Or Florida State Seminoles.
No, it's Florida State. Because, yeah, then the last one is Jalen Ramsey, Jameis Winston, and Deion Sanders.
Fuck! That's my squad, too.
All right.
Couldn't even let me get to the last fucking clue,
Right.
Greg.
GBG just needs one more.
Bullshit. About to be a fucking sweep.
All right. This one should be good.
Oh, great.
Clue number 1. Utilizes a patagum.
What's it called, really, Greg?
I have no idea.
P-A-T-A-G-I-U-M. Patagum.
Yeah, just own it.
Yeah.
Own it. Patagum.
2. Clue number 2. Slang term for a form of diving. Clue number 3. Originated 18 to 20 million years ago.
What?
Clue number 4. Connected to gymnast Gabby Douglas.
Greg, freestyle.
Incorrect.
Yes. Yeah, fuck off, Greg.
The door has been opened.
All right.
Clue number 5. One of these lived in a fictional town of Frostbite Falls, Minnesota.
What? That's not even real.
That's
why it's fictional.
Fictional.
Oh,
Jesus. And clue number 6, they actually glide.
Mike, figure skater.
Flying squirrel is what we were looking for Doge. Doge gets 1.
Figure skaters glide, okay?
That is true.
Damn it. At least I finally came up with an FS.
Yeah, I was say you're improving. We got clue number 1. Item number 6. Item number 6. GBG needs 1 more to win. Doge has 1. Mike, let's get on the board.
Yeah.
Clue number 1. A 1992 romance novel by Sandra Brown that was made into a 1994 TV movie starring Susan Lucci. Clue number 2. Was called an icebox in 1951. Clue number 3. Named for its texture. Clue number 4. It actually originated in the United States. Clue number 5. Connected to moose. And clue number 6. Eggs, cream, chocolate, sugar, and butter are all ingredients in this classic cold pie.
Greg, French silk.
For the win, GBG.
The hell kind of a romance novel would be called French silk?
What's cool? There it is.
You know what else? You're a big winner tonight.
I was going to say fudge
You're a big
sundae.
winner.
Fun, also equally delicious.
Very good.
Twist topics of the week.
I couldn't hear anything you said.
Sorry,
He said twist.
Music was a little loud.
It was
We're moving
loud. It
on
sounded
to
good,
the-
though.
To the twist topics of the week. This is my first day, apparently.
Welcome.
Thanks for joining us.
Hell of a job.
All right.
A lot better than the last guy.
Topic number 1: will Sam Darnold be a good fit with the Panthers, or should they draft a quarterback with the 8th pick?
No. Well, no, meaning no, they won't. They shouldn't draft a quarterback. I think he'll be just fine. There's too many times in this league where if you don't turn out to be a Patrick Mahomes, or you strike it rich by Aaron Rodgers dropping to you, everyone thinks that you're a bust. Josh Allen, everyone thought was a bust until this year.
Right.
And I think that if you put Sam Darnold in the system that he's going to be in, he's got decent wide receivers, not the greatest of all time, but he's got decent wide receivers. They'll probably draft another one in the first 2 rounds, and you got Christian McCaffrey. I think he's going to be just fine, and he's going to be that top 10-ish. He's going to be in that Kirk Cousins category, where it's like some days he's like, oh my God, he's an MVP, and then some days he's like, you know what, he's good enough for our team.
Right.
And I think that's what he's going to
Yeah, I like quarterbacks to actually get an opportunity with the team. I hate to see like a Josh Rosen, where he just kind of gets tossed around, doesn't get an opportunity. And from what every evaluator says, he's even still better than most of the quarterbacks in this draft.
Yeah.
So the Jets are they're horrible.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, you get DJ Moore, you get Robbie Anderson, you get Christian McCaffrey. I mean, all 3 of those are better than any. Well, he did play with Robbie Anderson.
Yeah.
But I think at 8, Benzie seems to think they go O-line. I think you just grab another weapon.
Yeah.
You get him another weapon. No more excuses. I mean, they paid dirt cheap for him. A 2nd next year, a 6th this year. So I think it's a good opportunity. I like the coaching staff. It's a good fit.
Yeah.
All right, topic number 2. Will Tennessee State become relevant with the hiring of head coach Eddie George, former NFL running back, Jeff Fisher, former NFL head coach, as a special advisor, Brandon Fisher as defensive coordinator, and Hugh Jackson as a potential offensive coordinator?
I think yes, and I do like this. I don't like that you hear a lot of people bitching like, oh, why do these guys have to start at the historically black college area? Well, you got to start somewhere,
Right.
And it's not like Deion Sanders or Eddie George were known during their playing career as the coach on the field.
They're not LeBron James.
Exactly.
But, yeah.
But you got to start somewhere, and I think that they're giving credibility to these schools that weren't getting a lot of credibility before. And I like this. It's a smooth transition. I think that he's the perfect guy that can do this, and he's bringing in the right people with him, bringing in coaches who have a lot of experience coaching.
Right. And to me, I don't, especially in Deion's case, I mean, there were rumors about Florida State for him. Like, this isn't just the only job they could get was a black, dominated school. I think especially where we are in the world today, they wanted to go there and start a program at colleges like that. And in Deion's case, he's got swag for days. He can just recruit. Eddie George, he's super smart, but to bring in Fisher and his kid and Hugh, I think they will be relevant in 3 years. I mean, it's all about recruiting in college football, and when you have those kind of minds together, why wouldn't you want to go play for them? Yeah. So, great. Awesome. Where are they? Jackson State?
Tennessee State.
Oh, see, they're not even relevant yet, but they're getting there.
Yeah.
They're getting there.
I never heard of Tennessee State before this.
I thought it was a community college.
Right. Yeah. So, whatever the over-under for win totals is for Tennessee State, hammer the over.
Yeah.
They're on their way up.
They're known for women's lacrosse.
Are they? Right.
No.
Topic number 3. What are you guys' thoughts on the NFL basically forcing people to be vaccinated?
Well, just like America, communist, so it's what's new.
I'm going to get into a little of this later in another segment we might have later on the show.
I can't wait.
But I think that it's stupid because we're now in a society where here's my issue with this. I'll just end on this. Is 2 years ago we were bashing people who didn't want to get their kids vaccinated, the anti-vaxxers. And, they had to come up with all these reasons. Now everyone's getting vaccinated and blaming the people who aren't. And they can't explain to you why. My thing is, if you want to get vaccinated, great. Good for you. If you don't, great. Good for you. But there shouldn't be multi-billion-dollar organizations saying to you can't come to our games if you're not vaccinated. It's like, what have we become?
Well, and you can't see the certain players, there's certain tiers, and it doesn't need to be broken down. America is just trying to separate everything.
Yeah.
It's either white or black. It's vaccine or not. It doesn't have to be anti-vaxxers, or why can't people just, you're a sheep if you get it, or you're an anti-vaxxer if you don't.
Yeah.
Why can't we just be logical about stuff? And it's like, look, if you want to get it, good for you.
Yeah.
But some people are skeptical. I mean, there's a lot of reports of a lot of bad things that can happen, and whether they're proven scientific facts or not, just skepticism alone is okay. Like, it doesn't need to be, and then to put mandates on it from the NFL, like, look, you're either going to get it or you're not going to be able to coach Christian McCaffrey. You can't come near him. Yeah. And it's like, what about these players that opted out last year? They could have basically said, well, no, we're not going to pay you then. Like, you're going to play. It's just ridiculous. They're trying to strong-arm people, and people that are uncomfortable are ultimately just going to get it because they have to for their job, which is bullshit.
It's just funny. 2 years ago, 3 years ago, people would say that, well, if you get the shots that you give your kids, measles, mumps, rubella, all those shots that you give every kid, there was a segment of society that said, I'm not going to do that because it could increase the percentages of leading to autism. People understood it, and you had arguments, healthy arguments on both ends of that.
Right.
Now, you're bashing people because they say, I don't want to get this because I don't know what the long-term effects are. The exact same thing. I don't know. It's like, you know what? Here's my stance. If you want to get vaccinated, go nuts. If you don't, go nuts. I don't care either way. Don't show me on social media your vaccination card because I don't care. I'm not gonna change my behavior to you whether or not you got your shot or not.
Oh, I did forget to mention this. We do have a birthday shout out.
Do we?
Yep. Abby Marouche.
From the law firm of
Daly and Marouche. Yeah, she's been both of our lawyers.
Yes.
Great lawyer, great law firm. Things. Yeah, if you want family law, Abby's your gal. If you criminal, John Daly. So free shout out and a birthday wish. We wish you many blessings on this beautiful day on your birthday, Abby. Thanks for being a huge contributor to the show and one of our biggest fans.
Yes.
All right, and then topic number 4, we have Brad Stevens turned down $70 million, I repeat, $70 million from Indiana to stay with the Celtics in the NBA. Is this a smart move or a dumb move?
Dumb.
I go ahead.
To me, I think he's on the decline in the NBA. I think the Celtics are on the decline. They missed that window. They still have Jason Tatum. They still have good players, but they're on the decline. You know, you go back to college, and you know that's his state. That's his college. Like, 10 years, 70 mil?
Yes.
Yeah, Mike Woodson just took a 10-year, for Indiana.
Yeah.
So same school.
Yeah, he would have been offered it first.
Yeah. So yeah, to me, I think it's always a downgrade to go to college, but depending on, what you want in life and what your goals are, I think it can be better.
See, think about it. Brad Stevens came on the scene with Butler, what was that, 7-8 years ago?
Yeah.
Now, keep this in mind. Then he goes to the NBA, doing really well.
One of the best coaches, yeah.
Boston is always in that top 4 in the East. And yeah, now I agree with you. He's on the decline. But he's my age. He's 45 years old.
Very old.
He's like 44, 45 years
old. He's ancient.
And he's already been in the NBA for 6 or 7 years, whatever it is. My point is that what happens with time? You become more relevant. Even if Boston says, you know what, we're going to go in a different direction, he can become a TNT analyst for 5 or 6 years and become the next John Gruden of the NBA, where he just becomes this mythological figure that everyone wants back.
He's a little too passive to be a John Green. He could easily get a job.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And you know what? Then you don't have to deal with Indiana, the home of basketball, and deal with all that pressure. You can just jump around and
they live for that pressure, though. Come on, 10 years.
He can make that. He's making that up in Boston between his contract and all of his radio deals.
He already did college, so I get it. He got his dream job with the Boston Celtics, but he hasn't done anything.
That's true.
And coaches don't last forever unless you're a Pittsburgh Steelers head coach.
Yeah.
I mean, they just don't. So to be able to go to a program like Indiana and have 10 years to basically mold to me, that would be so much fun. You're going out, you're visiting houses, you're recruiting your guys, you're marketing your team, you're literally the GM, the head, you're everything.
Yeah.
And it's, if you finally win that championship, you bring a national championship back to Indiana, that's you. I mean, statues.
Yeah.
Statues.
Yeah, they've been trying to do that since Bobby Knight. They've been bringing in some high-profile people, so it would have been neat to see him back.
I feel like if I had a statue, it'd be one that was torn down.
like a Joe Paterno something. Some things have come to light.
Just watch Twist episode 1 through 64, and you'll find a reason to tear that statue down. Damn it.
All right, topic number 5. Do you like the NFL owners passing the rules expanding eligible jersey numbers for certain positions, or are you on Mr. Tom Brady's side where he is very anti?
I 100% love it. So I am a numbers whore. I am. Adrian Peterson, Oklahoma, number 28, came to the Vikings, 28. I loved it. The only thing he didn't bring with him was his visor, and for that,
yeah,
I hated it. He had the black visor in Oklahoma, and never once, he'd wear him in pregame warmups. Like, yes, he's finally going to do it. Nope. Reggie Bush, number 5. This is when it almost got passed years ago. So I like college athletes who can bring their number with them to the next level. Karl Anthony Towns was number 12 for Kentucky, and he went 32. And I'm not a big number 12 guy. There's certain numbers. I'm going to read through a list here of potential players changing their numbers, and let's hear if you like it or not. Mm-hmm. Delvin Cook from 33 to number 4.
I'd like that.
100% on
I'd
board.
like that.
Hate it. Hate it. I get he was number 4, but again, I'm a jersey number whore. So number 4, I'm not a fan. Didn't even like it on Favre or John David Booty or anybody. I don't like 4. Ezekiel Elliott, 21 to 15.
No. I think that he's a 21.
21 is a prime time number, literally.
Yeah.
Elvin Kamara, 41 to 6.
That I would like.
Love.
Yeah.
I hate 41.
Yeah,
41? You're a superstar running back.
Yeah, and he's got the number of a fullback. It's like, when I think 41, even though this wasn't his number, I would think like Mike Allstott.
Yeah, he
or
was
Daryl
40.
Moose Johnson.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say the same thing. Mike Allstott. That's what the 40s remind me of as a running back. You better have a cowboy collar and just be huge.
Yeah, 41 is horrible. So 6, love it. Stephon Diggs, 14 to 1.
I like him at 14.
I've gotten used to him at 14. 1, Layla is number 1 in T-ball. I got the news on the way here. Me being such a whore of numbers, I went and dropped off their equipment, and I swear to God, I meant to tell Carrie, I want 1 and 6. 1 and 6. I want the boy to have LBJ's Miami Heat number, and so he ended up getting 5. She goes, it was between 4 and 5. I said, please not 4. Nope, I got 5. I'm like, oh, thank God. Odell Beckham from 13 to 3, Calvin Ridley from 18 to 3, and Michael Thomas from 13 to 3.
See, those guys, I like the numbers that they have right now.
I love 13. Love 13. 18, I like that going from 18 to 3. Mm-hmm. I do. So I would keep 13, but I like 3 for all of them, too.
Yeah.
I think that's a flashy number for a receiver.
Yeah.
I just love the whole damn thing.
Yeah.
DeAndre Hopkins, 10 to 6.
Yeah.
I'd keep 10.
Yeah, I'd keep 10, too.
He's a good-looking 10. Couple linebackers. Darius Leonard of the Colts, 53 to 10.
I would...
See, I hate 53.
Yeah.
51. You got to be 50, 52, 54, 56.
The best middle linebacker number is 55.
55. Anthony Barr wants to change it from 55 to 11.
No, 55 is the best middle linebacker number.
100% agree. 11 is for receivers.
Yeah.
And I get but that's not a linebacker number. 55 is awesome. Jalen Ramsey, 20 to 8.
Yeah.
Don't like it.
No, either do I.
Patrick Peterson, 21 to 7.
That I'd be okay with.
He's got 21.
Yeah, but he's a defensive back.
Here's one for you. Jair Alexander, 23 to 10.
Yeah, I like that.
Do you?
Yeah.
See, I like 23.
Yeah.
23 is a sweet number. LeBron.
Yeah.
Antoine Winfield Jr., 31 to 11.
See, I like
I like that. I don't like 31.
30s and 40s just don't do it for me.
It ruins it for me when a player like Winfield comes out, former Gopher, and then he gets a number 31.
Yeah.
It ruins everything for me.
It's like
I automatically don't like you anymore.
It's like watching preseason baseball in the NBA or MLB and seeing like your favorite guy that you want to make the team in the 60s. It's like he's not going to make it.
Last one, Jerry Jeudy, 10 to 4.
No, keep 10.
Keep 10.
Yeah.
Yep. But I do love it.
Yeah, me too.
And I'm curious if somebody like an Odell Beckham goes, I'll switch jersey numbers. You guys are obviously going to sell more jerseys. I want a percentage of those sales because I'm making you guys money by switching.
Oh, absolutely.
No, they won't do that.
No, but I mean,
I think that was the big argument in changing numbers because it's like, well, look, we have all these jerseys made, and it's like, you're going to sell way more jerseys of number 3 Odell than number 13 anyway.
Yeah.
It'll triple in price. So
if Dalvin switched his number, there's going to be a line of Vikings fans outside of the Vikings Pro Shop.
Originally, Justin Jefferson, I heard, was going to go to 2, and he denied that, which I don't like 18. I didn't like Randy Moss in it. He's a hell of a player, but I want to see single digits. Mm-hmm. I'd like to see Julio go to 1, too, even though he's got 11, and I like that. But I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be great.
All right, and then the final twist topic we have is, what did you guys think of LeBron's deleted tweet where he said, you're next, about the Ohio police officers?
You tweeted back at him, Mike. You go first.
I did tweet back at him. I'm still waiting for a response, LeBron, with your $42.6 million. So he hashtagged accountability. And I hashtagged accountability right back at him. If you watch the video, Tevin, have you seen the video?
Yes.
He saved a girl's life. Not every situation where police encounters anybody, black, white, Asian, anybody. This wasn't a traffic stop with an unarmed guy and a murder. I mean, it's a tragedy. It is. A 15-year-old girl died, but not everything is ammunition for the movement. And that's what I said to him. And he's been known to come out and gather facts, which when you have a following like LeBron James of 42, 43, whatever million, and people follow you, and when you say something, they don't do any background. Mm-hmm. They don't go do their research. They take it as facts, as word from God. Mm-hmm. So you have, you have a position where you need to be more careful than me.
Yeah.
Nobody is just taking what I say and it's like, well, Twist host Mike said this. It must be fact. Because I've tried, told them Deshaun Watson was coming to the Vikings. They didn't buy it. So I just want, accountability for him as well. And he took it down, but he didn't really backpedal off of it.
Yeah.
He took it down, which, shows somewhat of humility, but he didn't backpedal off of it. So not every situation's the same. It was a tragedy. But if you watch the video, the girl's running around swinging a knife at people and literally was a foot in the air with like a butcher knife from stabbing this girl in the throat or head.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know. My stance is exactly what you said. It's LeBron James, whether, Michael Jordan back in the day did not want to get involved in situations like this from a marketing standpoint. And God bless him for taking that stance. And he was upfront and transparent about it. LeBron James has taken a different approach. You have a responsibility if you're going to take that approach. And part of that responsibility is understanding that your voice does have weight, like you said. And he has to know that there's a lot of people, unfortunately for our society, that there's a lot of people out there that use his words as written scripture. So if he says accountability, people are immediately, without going to any other source, they're going to think, oh, God, here we go again. Look, what happened with George Floyd, Derek Chauvin, went way out of bounds. Did he mean to kill him? No, but I think he meant to, embarrass him, hurt him, and result was that he killed him, which is why he's getting, he's going to be spending some serious time in jail for that, in prison. Good, that's the right thing to do.
Yep.
But not everything is like that. My dad's a retired police chief. My brother's a police captain. These guys do not go out every day trying to give tickets at the end of the month, trying to find black people that are, causing problems. They want to, here's what a cop wants to do every day. This is every cop. They want to go home to their families at night. Period. End of story. So stop thinking that cops are out here all the time trying to do bad things. Look, this girl was going to kill another girl. So you know what, LeBron? So what are you saying, LeBron? That these other girls deserve to die more? How about you sit this one out there, Bronny?
Yeah, there was an incident in Burnsville, too. Did you hear about that?
Yeah.
So a guy steals a car, and this was a white guy, early 20s, steals a car. He's getting on Highway 13. I saw the video. He gets out of the car, runs out onto Highway 13 with a gun, trying to stop this van, and the van veers off into the grass, and the cops shot and killed them. It's like, I got into it a little bit. I try to stay off Facebook and that, and when it comes to getting into it with people. But this white girl was, well, things need to change and this and that and the other. It's like, what do you want to change there? This dude is shooting at the cops on the highway, out in the middle of a highway, pointing a gun at another car. Police officers aren't trained to shoot you in the toe.
Yeah.
They're not.
Yeah.
And maybe that's a conversation to be had. Do we do, rubber bullets, or is there a way to shoot them in the kneecap, or, but that's not how they're trained.
There is a phenomenon that has been going on, and this is proven, look it up, over the past 10 or so years. It's called suicide by police. It's people who unfortunately have a mental whatever where they want to kill themselves. So what do they do instead? They put themselves in a situation, and I know this is a fact, they put themselves in a situation where they confront police officers, threaten the police officer's life, so they are killed by the police. Why? Because more often than not, their family will win a civil argument, and they'll win millions of dollars from the county, from the state, whatever, so their families can be taken care of. It's kind of like their last thing that they do for their family, because unfortunately their mindset is, I don't need to be here anymore. Yeah. So unfortunately that does happen too. But here's the one underlying thing. Cops don't want to kill people. What they want to do is they want to make sure that them and their coworkers and all the safe people, all the law-abiding citizens in this country can go home to their families at night. That's all they care about.
Yeah, breaking news, I'm not a cop, but if you put me in a situation where it's either you're going home to your family or I'm going home to my family, you're going to lose.
Yeah.
You're going to fucking lose.
Yeah.
Because I'm going home.
Yeah.
All
right.
Whew!
All right.
You're going to lose!
Right, which is, I feel like that's how a lot of people...
Well, right. It's just common sense.
Now we are moving on to the NFL over-under.
Ooh.
go over some win total projections now that it's going to a 17 game season rather than the 16. So we've got we'll go through Kansas City. Over under is set at 12, which is the highest in the league.
So 17 games.
Yep.
So 1 bye.
I can't see them losing 5 games.
That's what's tough.
Yeah.
12's a lot.
Even if you sit Patty Mahomes for a game halfway through the season.
I went to a game in Kansas City where he didn't play and they beat the Vikes.
Yeah. I mean, you get 1 bye week, and let's say you sit him out another game. So let's say that he plays 16 games. You're going to lose, and you're going to lose 4.
Yeah, they're not losing 5. I'll take the over.
I'll take the over.
All right. Next, we have the defending Super Bowl champion Tampa Bay Buccaneers at 11.5.
I think that's an under. I think that their schedule and keep in mind, it's not like, they won 11-5 last year.
Yeah.
And they got hot in the playoffs.
The 11.5 is, if it was 12, I would definitely say under. I'm going to go under 2. I think Tom Brady's going to get a career-ending injury.
I think they're 10-7 this year.
Yeah.
Baltimore Ravens, 11 wins.
See, on one hand, Pittsburgh's not going to be that good. Cincinnati's not going to be that good. But Cleveland's hot.
Right.
So it's not that gimme. It's not that same thing in the division.
Even I still think they tie in that series. I'll go over 11.
I'll go over. Yeah.
The Rams, 10.5 wins.
Over.
Yeah, they're a 12-13 win team.
Yep.
All right. GBG's Packers, 10.5 wins.
Under.
They're
going to have 4 wins.
They've won 13 games the past 2 years. Nothing tells me it's going to be any different. They still play in that horrible
Nothing tells
division.
you it's going to be different. Jeopardy tells you everything, Greg.
Yeah.
Aaron's head is not in the game, okay? And you almost have a fucking Aaron Rodgers look right now of a Jeopardy host. That's what you're going for, isn't it? You'd have to slick that back a little bit more, but the length is there.
Yeah, that's what I'm going for. I got to trim the beard a little bit, but I
don't know. It might be spot on.
I didn't bring the clippers with me.
Here's a great question for Twist Nation. If you didn't know, Greg is a huge Jeopardy watcher.
Yeah.
Huge. So what do you like watching more? Him be the quarterback for the Green Bay Packers or him host your favorite television program?
I liked him watching Jeopardy.
Yeah?
Yeah, he was spot on. He's clever. He's not arrogant. Like Dr. Oz was. He's coherent, unlike Katie Couric. I think he did an amazing job. It was fun to watch. I have him recorded.
Go figure.
Jesus. The Buffalo Bills, over-under at 10.5.
Over.
San Francisco 49ers, 10.5 wins.
Under.
Yeah, I'm going to go under, too.
Yeah, I think until they figure out their quarterback situation, it's tough to... I would go under as well.
Yep.
Indianapolis Colts, 10 wins.
Over.
Cowboys at 9.5.
Under.
Yeah, they're like a 7-10 team.
Yeah, their defense is... They're going to go offense, too, at 10, I bet.
Titans also at 9.5.
I'll go over.
Yeah, I think that's an over.
Seahawks, 9.5.
Over.
Browns, 9.5.
Over.
New Orleans Saints at 9 wins.
Under.
I
think they're a 6-win team.
Bill Belichick and the Patriots also at 9 wins.
Over.
Yeah, they went 9-7 last year. So yeah, they're getting all their guys back that opted out. Yeah, they're an over.
Chargers and Dolphins also at 9 wins.
I think the Chargers go over.
I'm going to take both of them over.
Okay. Yeah.
I think they're both going to slay the draft.
Yeah.
And they're two of the biggest teams on the rise.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh Steelers, 8.5 wins.
Under.
I think that's an under.
Yeah.
Everybody's favorite, Minnesota Vikings.
Under.
8.5 wins.
Oh, that's easy. Over all day.
That's an under.
No, they're going to go 15 and
6
2.
and 11.
15 and 2.
Yep.
6 and 11.
Arizona Cardinals and the Washington football team, 8 wins.
Arizona
over Washington
and
under.
Yeah.
Yep. Fuck, we're agreeing a lot. This sucks.
We've got the Denver Broncos at 7.5
under.
wins.
Yeah, 4 wins.
Yeah.
And then also the Raiders and Panthers are at 7.5 wins.
I'm going to say Panthers over because I don't think the division's going to be that good, and I think the Raiders under.
I'm going to say the Raiders over and the Panthers under. Fuck off, Greg.
The Falcons are at 7 wins.
Over.
Under.
They're going to be under, huh?
Yeah.
The Giants and the Chicago Bears also over-under set at 7.
Under.
Both. Yeah.
Trash.
Jaguars and the Bengals are at 6.5 wins.
I think the Bengals go over.
I think they both go over.
I think the Jaguars go under, and I think they're okay with that.
Yeah, T-Law's the shit.
I think that they're going to be okay if they have 4 or 5 wins to get another high draft pick.
I'm going to say the Jaguars over, and I'm going to go Bengals under because we don't know when Joe Burrow's coming back.
That's true.
He's not even looking like he's going to start the season. So if he misses the first 2 games, they're 0-2.
Yeah.
At that point, it's a wasted season. So
Jets are at 6.5.
under.
You don't think Trevor Lawrence is going to come in and...
No, it's Zach Wilson's going to.
Zach Wilson.
The Mormon machine.
Right.
No, the trouble with the Jets is the majority of their schedule, they face a ton of tough defenses.
Yeah.
And for a rookie quarterback to come in and face the best defenses in the league for, a full season, I like Robert Saleh a ton.
Yeah.
I'm going to hold off on the Jets until I see something. So that's it.
Philadelphia Eagles over-under is set at 6.5.
Under.
Yeah. I'll go over. 7-10.
The Detroit Lions, 5 wins is what we're projected.
That's 5 too many.
Under. Yeah. They're horrible. They literally have nothing.
And then the dumpster fire that is the Houston Texans, lowest in the league, 4.5 wins.
No, they won't win a game.
Yeah, especially because I think that they're going to put Deshaun Watson on the commissioner's list.
Oh,
and I
yeah.
don't think they have a backup quarterback.
Tyrod Taylor they signed,
that's
but
right.
he doesn't even have a lung. They popped it last year.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, don't give him any painkillers.
Right. No, they won't win a single game. We'll have to have our Houston Texans lady back on.
Yeah, she was cool.
Yeah, she was good.
And before we move on to the next segment, we talked a lot of shit about Matthew Benz not watching the show.
Oh,
But
shit.
he's been blowing up the comments, so we'll give him some love. He's
He's
been watching.
He's being nice too.
Yeah.
I see. He turned that. That doesn't mean he's watching the show.
Talk that shit, boys.
All that means is that he was scrolling through Facebook and noticed we were on.
Yeah, he just left a comment.
Yeah.
I take back the love. So no, he was watching.
Yep.
'Cause-
Okay.
Yeah, because he said he would have got free space. He's trying to play.
So did I. Florida.
No,
I would have got Florida State too.
Oh, Greg and I are that bullshit.
Yeah, right. Right.
Yeah, he's playing the home version.
right. Well, yeah.
Oh, you're soft.
And then we got Steen chiming in, asking about the ties. He clearly missed the beginning of the show.
Yeah, if you're not looking, and partially we don't have an episode title until after the show. It is
I did
episodes.
update it.
Oh, okay, it's episode 64, adulting-ish. So
We left the kids at home this
Steen, you watch ESPN, right? You watch. Pardon my interrupt. They wear ties. They're adults. We're adults here at Twist.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So
Kinda.
For an hour or so.
Yeah. I go to church on Sundays to make up for my hour here on Twist. So Hail Marys and everything.
I fucked something up. All right, now we are moving on to the Twist bracket.
What do we got going on this week?
This week's bracket is the ultimate NFL drink.
Oh.
So you guys will have to relive the glory days,
Oh yeah.
and we'll get this thing kicked off. So our quadrants are domestic beer,
This is a good one for us, Greg.
Yeah.
imported beer, bourbon, and cocktails.
Okay, I got to tell a really, really quick story. So I was at a sales training thing this whole week in Virginia Beach, and we have 2 consultants for our company that are Navy SEALs. So everything's very militaristic. So we were put into boat crews, so smaller groups, and there are key points throughout the week about how your group's doing. And the leader of our training, I'm out there with another guy from my branch up here in Minnesota, and he's got the rental car in his name, and he knows that I don't drink. So his boat crew is winning, though. So the guy who's running it says, hey, we're going to Top Golf tonight. These 4 boat crews, you guys can drink domestic beer, if you want. Boat crew 5, you guys are winning. You guys can get anything from the bar. Brendan turns around and goes, Greg,
Throws you the keys.
throws me the keys. And you're like, what? So I got bonus points for our boat crew for not drinking. because it's safer. But
Right.
It was just so funny. It was just so natural. He just tossed it back, goes taking advantage.
Free
Like,
drinks.
Like, all right,
So to answer your question, bourbon.
bourbon.
That you just bourbon.
Yeah, that's what I choose for the bracket. That's what we're doing, right? The bracket.
Yeah, right. Oh no, yeah, but no, those are like those are the quadrants. So we will go into the domestic beer region. I was like bourbon. You just want all of it. Okay.
Yeah.
We got Bud Light versus Miller High Life.
Miller. I'm from Wisconsin.
High Life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Then we got Miller Light versus Bud Light Lime.
Oh, Miller
Miller
Lite.
Light. Gross. I'll put a lime in my own beer if I want. Thank you very
don't
much.
Blend it in.
Budweiser versus Michelob Ultra.
Michelob Ultra.
Budweiser.
Low calories. Tevin.
I'm not a huge beer guy, but we'll go with Budweiser.
Yeah. We're men here on the show, Greg.
Coors
Michelob
Light
Ultra.
versus
You'd have
Coors.
your man card, take it immediately.
Coors.
What was that? What?
Coors versus Coors Light.
Coors Light.
Yeah.
And you're telling me I lost my man card? You're drinking light beer?
Coors Light.
Coors Light, man. Fucking shows you the
So does
Right,
Coors.
the mountains are blue.
the mountains are blue.
So does Coors.
No, hillbillies drink straight Coors. Jesus, Greg.
Ranchers from northern Colorado.
Yeah.
We've got the now import beer region, Corona versus Guinness.
God,
Get
both of them are
Corona.
shit.
I'm not a big dark.
Yeah, Corona.
All right. Heineken versus Tecate.
Heineken.
Pacifico versus Beck's.
Bex.
Pacifico.
Yeah, Pacifico. Dos Equis versus Stella Artois.
Oh, Stella Artois.
Isn't it Dos Equis?
It is Dos Equis, yeah.
Dos Equis.
Aren't you a bartender?
Yeah, it's Dos Equis. Haven't you
He
seen the
runs
commercials?
the ship there.
Dos Equis.
Dos Equis. Stella.
Yes.
Love Stella.
I would have went with Dos Equis, just Dos Equis,
Dos
just
Equis.
for just for the commercials.
They are good commercials.
All right, now we're moving on to Mike's clearly favorite region, the bourbon region.
Oh, let's go.
We got a little Jack Daniels versus Jim Beam Black.
Oh, Jim Beam Black.
Oh, JD.
Yeah, Jack Daniels. All
Yeah.
day. Maker's Mark versus Wild Turkey.
Maker's Mark.
Yeah. Yeah, Maker's Mark. Not a big fan of the wild turkey.
Bullet versus Old Granddad.
Bullet.
I don't know either of them, but Old Granddad sounds phenomenal.
Definitely Bullet. I've never even heard of the Old Granddad.
Never heard of Bullet either.
Jim Beam versus Evan Williams.
Jim Beam.
Jim Beam.
Right. And then cocktail region, we have Martinis versus Mint Julep.
Martini.
Martini.
That's what James Bond drinks.
Yeah.
Duh.
Gin and tonic versus a margarita.
Margarita. Ho ho. Ho ho. No salt, no slush. Let's go.
Rum and Coke versus Old Fashioned.
Rum and Coke.
Old fashioned.
Rum and Coke it is.
Oh, Steen's gonna hate that. He's gonna hate. He just shut the show off.
We've got Manhattan versus a Moscow Mule.
Moscow Mule.
Moscow Mule. They have their own cups. That's pretty legit.
Yeah, that's when you know you got a good drink.
Right.
All right, bouncing back to finish out the domestic beer region, we've got Miller High Life versus Miller Lite.
Miller High Life.
High Life.
Budweiser versus Coors Light.
Budweiser.
Budweiser.
All right, and then Budweiser versus High Life for the trip to the Final Four.
Budweiser.
No, High Life.
I'm gonna go with Budweiser.
Yeah, I knew that was coming anyway, so fuck off, Greg.
We got Corona versus
Just set it up for Tevin.
Corona versus Heineken in the import beer region.
Heineken.
Corona.
I'm also gonna say Corona.
Yeah. That's where I'll throw the lime in the cookie nut.
Pacifico versus Stella,
Stella.
Stella.
and then Stella versus Corona to go to the Final Four.
Stella. Ella. Eh.
Closing out the bourbon region, we've got Jack Daniels versus Maker's Mark.
Maker's Mark.
Yeah.
I love that red wax that goes.
Right.
It's so
Hand
elegant.
dipped.
Yeah. So cool.
Bullet versus Jim Beam,
Jim Beam.
and then Makers versus Beam.
Beam.
Makers.
I don't have any vodka.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Makers.
Vodka and Powerade. Where's the vodka and Powerade?
Where's your vodka Powerade mix?
Jeez.
Oh no, well that was they lost in the play-in game.
Oh, yeah.
Martini versus Margarita,
Margarita.
Margarita.
and then Rum and Coke versus a Moscow Mule.
Rum and Coke.
Rum and Coke.
And
Moscow Mule, that was a fun win.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
that's as far as you go.
They had a good Cinderella story. Margarita versus rum and Coke to go to the Final Four.
Margarita.
Yeah, margarita.
Margarita's got tequila. Shit fucks you up, man.
Yeah.
And now, coming out of the beer side of the bracket, we have Budweiser or Stella to go to the championship.
Stella with a big slap in the face.
Yeah, Stella.
And then meeting them will either be Maker's Mark or Margarita.
Margarita.
See, this is tough.
See, I'm not a big fan of the brown water. I don't. Yeah. It ruins your capillaries and you get a blown up nose when you turn like 60s, 70s, 80s.
It's just tough to go a specific drink versus. So this is just for the game, right?
This is to get to,
Just for the NFL game. Watching a game. This isn't for life.
No, you're watching NFL. Are you going to pour yourself a Maker's Mark or a Margarita?
You know, I'm feeling good today. Let's have a margarita.
Yeah. You get the blender in the kitchen.
Maker's Mark, I'm going to get real swilly on that real early. I won't
If it's
remember.
a Monday night, you go with the Maker's Mark.
Ooh, I like that.
That is-
Sunday
yeah,
at
that's-
noon,
You're going margarita.
margarita.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great call, Greg. Rarely happens on Twist. So
We're giving people drinking advice. We got 7 years of
We're the-
sobriety between us. We're
yeah,
giving
well,
drinking advice.
fuck, we should. Had plenty of
And then for the win, either Stella or a Margarita.
margarita. Beer can't top booze ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ever.
All right. And because I'm terrible, we skipped Would You Rather. We're backpedaling a little
Yeah,
bit.
let's
Here we go.
backpedal.
No one knew, Tevin. Own it.
Yes,
Here we
I would. Rather.
Would you rather fight 100 duck-sized horses or one horse-sized duck?
Ducks are violent.
So duck-sized horses. So they're or one horse-sized duck, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you are either dealing with one really fucking pissed off, angry duck that's big, or just a bunch of little horses, which are like chipmunks.
Yeah. No, 100 of them. What are they going to do to me?
You get a tennis racket and you start beating them, but I do not want to deal with a horse-sized duck.
No.
That would be terrifying.
Yeah,
And then,
what-
it also depends on, like, when you say fight, am I like, is this a fight to the death? Do I have to kill 100?
Oh, I think that duck is going after
It's
you.
a fight to the death. It's
Yeah,
always a fight to the death.
Always.
And even of 100 of them, I mean, they do have some spring.
Yeah.
The horses, so they could get up. But what are they going to? Oh, they got chompers too.
Yeah.
They
But
got
they're-
some.
I think I might go with the duck.
Yeah, no, I think I'm changing my tune here because if you get they'll bite you to death. They got a strong kick, even for little guys at that point. And ducks, we're not talking about,
And you can't outrun them.
you can't outrun. I'm going to take my chances with one big ass duck.
See, to me, a horse-sized duck is like a velociraptor. And I've seen all the Jurassic Park movies. That doesn't turn out good.
It's big, but there's one of them.
Yeah.
So if I got to put money on it, I'm going to take me versus one versus me versus 100.
He's such an ass.
Oh, yeah, we'll throw
Well, he does every week, so.
Oh.
Would you rather be a tree or have to live in a tree for the rest of your life?
I would not mind living in a tree.
Well, of course I would rather live in a tree. Who wants to be a tree?
Yeah. I mean, it's like the highlight of your day is having another animal piss on you. Because then
Right.
at least you have some sort of correspondence with someone else.
Yeah, and somebody just get pissed and chop you down. No, I don't want to be a tree. I want to be a person living in a tree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Would you rather begin every sentence with, hey, idiot, or end every sentence with, haha, I was just kidding?
Okay.
Hey, idiot.
I hate idiot because I think that anyone who I strongly believe this, anyone who ends their own comment by letting you know like that this was a joke is a psychopath.
Serial killer. And
Yeah.
they're not kidding.
Yeah, they're not. And they're like, or it's people who laugh at themselves after everything they say, or they say, oh, just kidding. You are a sociopath because,
Hey, idiot.
Yeah, I'm okay with hey, idiot.
Yeah.
It's implied all the time anyways.
Yeah. I was basically going to say that's how my sentences usually start, but that's like a nice version.
Would you rather live one life that lasts 1,000 years or live 10 lives that last 100 years each?
Do I know what happened in the previous life?
No.
Then I want to live 1,000 years.
One life.
Yeah.
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 Do I have any superpowers?
Yeah, I don't want to just start I don't want to start the clock over again 10 times.
Yeah, but are you gonna like age like shit for 1,000 years?
No, not in my would you
No,
rather.
yeah, mine is I'm staying like this with 2 new knees.
Staying like that, wouldn't you want to go backwards?
I'll go back 10 years.
Okay. There you go.
Would you rather use eye drops made of vinegar or toilet paper made from sandpaper?
Toilet paper made from sandpaper.
Yeah. Vinegar eye drops. Oh, we should make that one of the losing bets.
No.
Jesus Christ. You lost a bet and now you're blind.
I like that.
Would you rather be a clown who distracts the bull or the cowboy who rides the bull?
I want to be
The clown. I don't want to get on that fucking thing.
Have you seen rodeo clowns get fucked up, though?
Have you seen the riders get fucked up?
Yeah,
I don't know. I rode a fake bull, pretty damn well when I lived in Vegas. They had one at the bar, and
That wasn't a bull. That was a bike rack. You were stoned.
no, it was sweet.
I would rather be the cowboy.
Because they like strap you in. You ever seen Yellowstone? You're in there.
Yeah.
You're not just sitting on them. You're like strapped down. So
Yeah.
it's like your whole body is.
Yeah. But if you can.
My spine would break.
But like the best of the best can go 8 seconds. So if you're going 3-4 seconds, you're average. But that rodeo clown is out there until they wrangle up the bull.
Oh.
Yeah.
Shit.
Would you rather go about your normal day naked or fall asleep for a year?
Oh, naked.
Yeah, I'm okay with
Who
being
wants to
naked.
lose a year?
Yeah, I don't have that many left, so I'm okay with the nakedness.
Right. And that's just on everybody else. Like, you just walk around owning it.
Yeah.
Everybody else has to deal with it. You're just like, fuck them.
Would you rather always take a cold shower or sleep an hour less than you need to be fully rested?
Hour less.
Hour less.
I don't need sleep. I wouldn't shower.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it.
Would you rather have a Texas accent and live in New York or a New York accent and live in Texas?
Oh, Texas.
Texas.
I would love to have a Texas accent and live anywhere.
Anywhere. I'd lose a testicle to have a permanent Texas accent all the time.
Yeah.
Would you rather have one wish granted today or three wishes granted in 10 years?
Today.
Yeah, give me the today.
Instant gratification.
Yep.
Now.
Yep.
Would you rather wear a cape for a month everywhere with no explanation or wear an eye patch everywhere for a month?
A cape.
Cape.
Cape would be awesome.
Yeah,
I might
'cause
just do it.
People make assumptions when you're wearing a cape. You get questions asked, and then you have to come up with a story with an eye patch.
They
So-
just think you're a retard. You're running around with
which would be
with
awesome.
a cape, you're a retard. An eye patch, it's like you're Matt Benz 8 years ago.
Yeah.
Would you rather stay up all night helping an irritating family member with a problem or babysit a baby that will not stop crying?
A family member. Babies are the worst, man.
Yeah.
Especially if you can't shut them up. Oh. Yeah. Because at least a family member, like, I could pretend to be supporting you for 8 hours
And they'll be reciprocal.
and literally be doing show prep for the next Twist episode in my head. Like,
Yeah, and they'll be there for you if something happens to you.
Right.
Kids don't give a shit. They won't remember and they don't care. You talk to your kids now, mine are 12 and 10. When you were crying, they'll laugh at you.
yeah.
Yeah,
No. Screw the kid.
I feel like this is a pretty easy one, but would you rather Jello wrestle nude in front of your family
Oh, God, yeah.
or wear a diaper and act like a baby in front of someone you have a crush on?
Oh, I want to Jello wrestle in general. It's like on my bucket list.
Yeah,
You're my boy, Blue.
yeah, I'm okay with the Jello wrestling. I don't want to,
Yeah.
Wear a diaper in front of some hottie, acting like a baby?
Right. No, thank you.
yeah.
Never.
Then you're a retard.
Yeah.
All right, we are moving on to the Keeping It Local segment. All right. You guys with some local headlines.
Cool.
All right. Alex Rodriguez, if you guys haven't heard, is near to purchasing the Timberwolves, signing a deal. What do you guys think on Alex Rodriguez owning the Timberwolves?
J-Lo's got to give that ring back.
Oh, we'll get to that.
Okay. Here's what I think is going to happen. I think that what's going to happen is that A-Rod and his boys are going to be completely supportive, act like they're in this for the long haul, and all of a sudden, boom, 3-4 years from now, they're going to present the city with this proposal that we need a new stadium or we have to move. And the city's going to say, well, we need public funding. And the public funders, i.e. all of us, are going to say, no way. So they're going to be in Seattle in 5 years.
There was an article where Glenn Taylor kind of talked about what it takes for a franchise to move. And I think just as a business person, it doesn't make sense. It costs way too much money to relocate. The NBA is not trying to lose teams. They're trying to add teams. So what I thought was funny is he didn't even mention the Lynx. Like, the Lynx are a throw-in with this purchase. They're the championship team, and he's like, I'm really looking forward to getting to know the Timberwolves and blah, blah, blah. It's like, well, you know you about the Links, too. Who fucking cares about the WNBA?
Yeah, they've won 4 the last 7 WNBA
Yeah, they've won
championships.
4 championships and bring in $18,000, over the course of the last 10 years, probably. But yeah, I don't know. I really don't care. I'm not a big A-Rod fan.
Guy's got a lot of coin, though.
Yeah.
He does. I hope it works out.
Yeah.
Because I'll be devastated if we lose the Timberwolves.
I think it's good for the team regardless, and I think he's going to be a lot of fun to be an owner.
So, I mean, it's LeBron 1, Timberwolves 2. It has been for 16 years. And then hopefully by the time they move, Bronny will be here. So it'll be Bronny 1.
So then LeBron will play with the Timberwolves for a year. When his
No,
contract's up.
Bronny, he'll be my new guy.
Okay.
So,
Yeah. Since you guys are such big hockey fans, the Wild, are they considered dark horses to win the Stanley Cup with the young star Krill?
I've done a lot of analysis on this. I'm done.
yeah. Benz, you can feel free to comment, but Greg and I, we have no particularly thoughts on this. Krill the Thrill.
Yeah.
Dollar Bill Krill.
Yeah,
Hash-
hold on 1 second. Just bring it! Okay, sorry. I think that's what Matt does whenever we talk about hockey.
Pretty much. Minnesota basketball recruit Chet Holmgren commits to Gonzaga, snubbing Minnesota once again.
See, if you're the Gophers, you have to assume those guys,
He's
gone. And that's fine. But what you need are the guys who are coming from Orono or Wayzata or Eden Prairie and then going to Wisconsin or Iowa or wherever. Those are the guys you need to keep because you make it to a couple of Sweet 16s. You make it to a Final Four like Wisconsin did 15 years ago, like a fluke thing. Then all of a sudden, the Chet Holmgrens are thinking about staying. But you can't go from dog shit to the penthouse overnight. You got to baby step. So you got to assume that you're going to lose the Chet Holmgren.
Why can't you, though? To me, why Gonzaga didn't even win the championship?
Yeah, but here's the thing is, you have this local kid who goes to Minnehaha Academy, goes out to Gonzaga. He's one of the 3 most
Greg, hold on.
Oh, God.
Yes!
Moment.
What
This is your NHL insider. Ask you, John Ben.
John with an O-N.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jon, like a real boss, out here putting loaves of bread on the shelves for the people.
Are you working currently?
Of course.
Oh.
I got you guys on in my back pocket. I've been listening the whole show. It's gone pretty well. It's gone all right.
Are you
I
done
loved
yet?
the bracket. The bracket was great.
Yeah, you agreed,
There was
Margarita?
Marguerite.
Marguerite.
Let's get her going. Come on, Jimmy Buffett, baby. Let's go. So, no, we're going to talk a quick little thing about the Wild
Quick
here.
puck.
The Wild are going to be in the playoffs. That's already a given. They haven't clinched, but they would have to literally lose out to not get in. So they're going to get into the playoffs this year. They will not be a contender. But with the youth that they have moving forward, I would look for them to be a contender in the next 2 years, which is good for Minnesota because our sports are dog shit. So that's that. Other than that, you guys look pretty spiffy.
Oh, appreciate that.
You might want to make a reel of this, Tevin, because they actually look like they know what the fuck they're talking about. So that's pretty good.
That's why it's ish, though. It's a
ish.
facade.
Right. No. Other than that, great stuff. Keep it going. I'll keep listening.
How's your day going, though?
It's going. I mean, it's good. I'm adult-ing, not adult-ish. Out here flexing. Can't wait, though. Quick little preview for the fans. We will be having a little type of draft show on Thursday.
We will
Don't know
live.
how yet.
Yeah, we're gonna do it from our homes in my office. We figured that out. Those of us who showed up to the show. Matt's actually not working. He just doesn't own a tie.
Oh, I own a tie from my wedding, which you both were in. So shut your mouth.
Which I
How about
tied
that?
for you.
Yeah, that's okay.
That's
Doesn't
okay.
matter. Fuck off, Greg. That's all I gotta say there.
We got a good
No
fuck
other-
you. Fuck off, Greg. Good. Are you done yet?
Greg, glad you're back from Virginia. I'm surprised they let you get back on a plane and head back to Minnesota. I thought they'd divert you straight to Milwaukee.
No.
Figured that. No. Other than that, good. Just wanted to call in and say hi. Kevin, keep them on your shoulders, all right?
Oh, always.
See, Doug,
All right, peace out, boys.
all right, thanks. Bye. I didn't know we were a live call-in show. Apparently, we need a better screener.
Right, yeah. No, he calls. I'm like, hey, what's up, Benz? And he just says, put me on.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And other local news as well. Finishing up here, we have Byron Buxton, after all these years, is finally putting it all together for the Twins and looking like a star. Is this going to continue?
That's what I hear.
Well, see, here's my thing is, when it comes to teams like the Twins that are, using the farm system and using those second and third tier players, you got to assume it's going to take a little bit. That's why they fight so much in arbitration to get that extra year.
Yep.
Because right now, this is what they were hoping for. They were hoping for that this is the year that Byron Buxton, breaks out and does this all year because they know they're going to have to be paying him the cheddar.
Well, the past 2 years, too, his thing is he just can't stay healthy.
Yeah.
So, when he has consistency and stays healthy, he has shown flashes. And this year, he stayed healthy.
Yeah.
So, he was the number one prospect in all of Major League Baseball.
Mm-hmm.
So I would hope that, otherwise we're fucked.
Yeah. Not everyone's a Ken Griffey Jr.
Right.
I loved him.
And lastly, NFL draft next Thursday, this upcoming Thursday. If a quarterback falls to 14, somebody like a Justin Fields, Trey Lance, do the Vikings have to pull the trigger?
Go ahead.
I think you'll like this. If that happens, so you have one of those guys that Trey Lance, Justin Fields, if they fall to 14, here's what I would do if I was a Viking. I think the Viking fans will like this. You trade down, 5, 6, 7 picks to a team that wants that quarterback. You get their picks. Now you're just picking a couple picks later.
19.
You also get their second round pick of this year and their first round pick of next year. With the second round pick, which, by the way, right now you don't have.
Yep.
You pick up one of those level 2-tier quarterbacks, the guy from Stanford. You get one of those guys because right now, regardless of what you do, Vikings, you have to play Kirk Cousins this year. So why not draft a guy that you can afford to let sit for a year and he comes back? Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers. There's a good list, is my point, of guys that got to sit for a significant amount of time that turned out to be really good. Regardless of when you get picked, I think that's what the Vikings need to do. You need to pick one of those level 2-tier guys.
I've been saying this for a few weeks now. So to answer the keeping it local question, yes, if one fell, we'd have to take him at 14. The real thing, nobody's falling to 14. The teams that need quarterbacks are going to trade into the top 10 to get the sliding quarterback. But I've been saying this for weeks that 100% we need to trade back. Like you said, pick up an offensive lineman in the early 20s, and with that second round pick, draft Kellen Mond.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
That is the guy. That is the plan. That's what they need to do. There's so much talent in the second round, regardless. And next year's quarterback class isn't the class.
Yeah.
I said it last year that the Vikings needed to draft Jalen Hurts in the second round.
Yeah.
And they just haven't done it. We can't Nate Stanley out of Iowa in the 7th and the year before grab the other guy. It's like they need to put serious picks into a quarterback of the future.
Yeah, and he needs to know you're the guy.
You're the heir apparent.
Yeah, you're like they did. I mean, everyone you can rip on the Packers with Jordan Love, but they know right now.
We do.
Get your shit together because you're the guy.
He's out the door next year. It's Jordan Love's show next year.
Yeah. At some point, you're the guy. So act like it.
Yeah, not at 14, but Kellen Mond in the second.
Yeah.
All right, and with that, we are going to move on to History 101. Get ready to get learned.
Not a lot going on this day in history, April 24th. But 1184 BC, the Greeks enter Troy using the Trojan horse.
How accurate is that?
100%.
I mean, it happened on the 24th.
April 24th, 1184 BC.
That is over 3,000 years ago.
Yeah, Greg. They were writing calendars on rocks.
I think that it was.
Are you questioning my history?
No, I'm questioning the legitimacy of when these documentation. I'm not questioning you. I think is about.
So the Trojan horse was today in history. 1867, black demonstrators staged ride-ins in Richmond, Virginia streetcars. 1897, first reporter William Price of the Washington Star was assigned to the White House. Pretty cool. 1908, Mr. and Mrs. Jacob Murdoch. I love that. How sexist is that? Like
Mr. and Mrs. Jacob.
Yeah. Mr. and Mrs. Mike Reeves. Well, where am I? You're the Mrs. in it. Mr. and Mrs. Jacob Murdoch become first to travel across the country, the U.S., by car. They leave in L.A. They leave L.A. in a Packard. Is that a car?
Sure. Own it.
And arrive in New York City in 32 days, 5 hours, and 25 minutes. Now, I question the accuracy of that.
Yeah.
32 hours, 5 and 25 minutes? Like, maybe if they had the seconds, I'd believe it a little more. But without that. 1942, Barbra Streisand, American singer, actress, and award winner, was born in Brooklyn, New York. Oh, that's a fine car right there.
See, now, are you stopping and, getting some shut-eye, or are you just switching off?
I think he'd switch off.
That takes still a long time.
But it doesn't say travel across the U.S., speedy.
Yeah.
It's just like, hey, we're going to go from L.A. to New York.
I mean, are you stopping at, the Mall of America and checking out things? Are you, checking out the...
Well, this was in 1942, Greg, so no.
I know.
1950, U.S. President Harry Truman denies that there are communists in the U.S. government. He was wrong then, and he's wrong now. 1969, Paul McCartney says there is no truth to the rumors he's dead. I love that one. Like, no, I'm not dead. I'm literally telling you I'm not dead right now. 1974, Dutch women hockey team becomes world champion.
Good for them.
Great job. 1974, NFL grants franchise to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Look at that.
1982, Kelly Clarkson. You know who that is?
She wasn't she like the first? Oh, no, she did not win American Idol. She was the runner-up. Her old boyfriend, Justin Guardino, won that.
That is incorrect, Greg. She was the winner of the inaugural season of American Idol.
Thought maybe she took second.
You were wrong, like most things. 1989, Massachusetts. They declare today New Kids on the Block Day.
All right.
So that's the best one.
424.
So in Massachusetts, hopefully it still is living up. What is that?
The 424.
What is that?
The 4th day of the 24th day of the 4th month.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay.
424. Good God. He's even got like a gang sign.
Like nobody does that.
Nobody does that. Only here on Twist, folks. Holy shit. 2007, recording artist and the most awarded female actor of all time, Whitney Houston. She divorced that piece of shit Bobby Brown due to irreconcilable differences after 14 years of marriage.
I'm surprised it lasted that long. He's a
They
nut
were
job.
They were both nut jobs,
Yeah.
just high on crack cocaine. I bet the sex was good, though. 2018, Golden State Killer suspect Joseph D'Angelo arrested and charged with 8 murders after being identified through genealogy websites. Do you remember the episode where Matt just did all of his in the wrestling voice? Yeah. Oh, God, that was the worst ever. Oh, shit. That's all I got for you.
All right. Then we're going to move on from history to retweet or delete.
There we go.
I like this new one.
Yeah.
All right. First up, are you retweeting or deleting that Jake Paul is the next big deal for boxing?
I'm retweeting it.
I'm going to retweet it too. Someone's got to be. So let's get behind some guy named Jake Paul.
Right.
It's a
He's an
homegrown-
influencer.
Yeah.
He's a YouTube guy, and he's 2-0. He beat the life out of Nate Robinson.
Yeah.
And then they threw him in with a UFC guy who's not a boxer, and you got to give it to him. I mean, he's training. He wants to go out there and win. He knocked the guy out. So
I listened to
his brother, Jake Paul's brother, is actually fighting Floyd Money Mayweather.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, I listen to Max Kellerman for all of my boxing information. I don't.
Oh, he's the boxing guy.
I don't claim to follow boxing, so whatever
No.
he says, I'm okay with.
I'll go with.
And he likes Jake Paul.
The funny thing about this segment is, Greg, you do have a Twitter.
Yes,
What
I
is
do.
it?
It's Twist GBG.
Twist GBG. You can find me at Twist Host Mike, and Greg doesn't tweet or retweet anything, so this is kind of hilarious to him.
Are you retweeting or deleting that Aaron Rodgers would make a better full-time Jeopardy host over Joe Buck?
Delete.
If it's, I'm retweeting, because if it's Joe Buck versus Aaron Rodgers, it's Aaron Rodgers by far. I think that LeVar Burton's going to do better than Aaron Rodgers, because I think he's just more naturally charismatic. But I'm going Aaron Rodgers by far over Joe Buck. Joe Buck is the type of asshole on a game like this that wouldn't know how to pronounce something but act like he knew it. Aaron Rodgers at least owned it on
That's
the
what
show.
we promote on this show. If you don't know, own it.
Yeah, but he would, it's like, in 1967, Joe Buck would look at you like, how'd you not know that?
Well, see,
And he wouldn't have known.
I hate Joe Buck,
As do I.
but I think he would do a better job. And the reason I'm deleting it is I don't care. Okay. Fuck them both.
Retweet or delete Zion Williamson raving about Madison Square Garden after the Pelicans lost to the Knicks, where he was quoted as saying, "I love playing here."
Delete. This is not news. This is the media.
Yeah.
Oh my God, did you hear what he said? Now he wants to be a Knick. It's like, no, it's Madison Square Garden. It was his first time playing there.
Yeah.
The dude's 20 years old. Like, man, there's so much history there. Like, of course he said that.
Yeah. It's like the football players who say, oh, my first time in Lambeau. It doesn't mean you're going to go play for the Packers. It's like, you know what? He's going to go to the best situation when the contract's up. I'm deleting.
Yeah.
All right, retweet or delete Madonna calling gun control a new vaccination in a passionate Instagram post saying it will save lives.
Whenever I hear the word Madonna says, I'm going delete.
Delete. I don't want to hear what anything that Brad has to say.
Yeah.
And then vaccination. So it's like, so now you're getting political. Why don't you stay like a virgin, bitch? Shut up.
And lastly, retweet or delete Jennifer Lopez should return her $1.8 million engagement ring from Alex Rodriguez.
Damn right.
Oh, retweet all
Retweet.
day.
Yeah.
But no, she shouldn't return it.
Yes, she should.
No.
It's a symbol of their marriage. You're not getting married.
It's hers.
No. Give it back.
No.
No. It's a symbol of their union. If there's no union, give the ring
He's
back.
the sucker that paid over $1 million for a ring, and the reason she left him is because he was a lying, cheating bastard.
I'm not saying he's a good guy.
No, she's keeping it, and she's probably just gonna go buy some tail with it too.
Go buy. That's the first purchase she's making after she pawns the ring off.
Tail, 100%.
All right.
Retweet.
And now from retweet or delete, we are going to hit you with some loaded questions.
Oh, love this.
Question number 1. If you were to construct your dream home, how many bathrooms would it have?
4.
Well, that was a quick answer.
Very quick.
Wow.
And passionate.
I've been thinking about this for a while. Holy shit. Twist Nation, we do not know these questions before we do this, so that was why, Greg?
I'm going at least 2 on each level because I don't want to have to go up and down stairs if I have to do my business, and I need a backup just in case someone is using one of the other ones. So I need a bathroom on each level and a safety bathroom in case the one's being used.
I'm going to just say 10.
Then you got to clean 10 bathrooms.
No,
You're not
Greg,
using 10 bathrooms.
because it says reread.
If you were to construct your dream home.
Dream home. All right, so my dream home is Derek Jeter's house in Florida.
Okay.
Have you seen that one that's been for sale forever?
Yes. Impressive.
It's immaculate. So it says dream home, not Greg's actual home. Like, no, I want 10. So Juanita is cleaning my fucking bathrooms.
Why Juanita?
Because I think every maid in every
Is Juanita.
movie ever made has been named Juanita.
So I'm not cleaning them. I want fucking 10. I want to be eccentric.
And I need one that's just mine.
Mine.
That is
Thank you.
full
With a
grown-
gold,
Yes.
24 karat gold toilet
All right.
with a bidet.
Yeah.
Why not?
And then like an impressive like rainwater shower.
That'd be the best. How long do you think it would take your anus to get used to a bidet?
A very long time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Second question. What one liberty should be granted to all?
Well, freedom.
Yeah. I'm okay with that.
Okay, moving on. Who is your favorite Greek god?
Zeus. Oh,
Now, I'm going to go with Poseidon Just because I think that'd be pretty badass to just grab your trident or whatever and just control the water.
Yeah, until Zeus says, nope, I'm the bomb.
Well, yeah. But
Zeus
we're
is
not
like the guy.
I understand that, but we're not in a competition.
Yeah, we are. Always. And you just grabbed your thing, and I just said, no, water's gone. I just got rid of your
I'm
water.
going with Hercules. I'm going to take over. I'm your kid.
Yeah, and I just killed you. I made you. You're a human. You have godly strength as a human.
All right.
Oh, you're talking back to your dad? Now you're an ant.
And lastly, where is the worst place to be stuck waiting?
In the lobby of NBC Multicast Studios.
Worst place to be caught or to be stuck waiting. See, I think that's one where everyone wants to say like the DMV, but you still got internet connection there. I think like flying over a city waiting to get your number called to land, so you still don't have internet connection. The movie you just watched ended. This literally happened to me yesterday. So it's like you got no internet, you can't stand up, you're 6'4" on a plane waiting for your number to be called to land.
Probably an abortion clinic.
Wow. Jesus. But also, you're probably not wrong.
But like seriously, just think of like the most like awkward.
Emotional, yeah.
Mike would be at an abortion clinic hitting on chicks on the way out.
But like seriously, the longer you have to wait in an uncomfortable situation like that, or like an STD test or something like that, like you're just sweating it out. Haven't done either, but it'd be awkward.
Yeah. All right. Now we're moving on to the pop culture happy hour.
Oh, I love this. I got a great one too. I'm gonna kick it off. Yeah. We've actually been talking about a few of them today.
Yeah.
So for my pop culture happy hour, I just wanted to talk a little bit about the salaries of some sports analysts out there.
Oh.
So I wanted to start first with Christian Ponder. He's the worst Vikings quarterback basically in franchise history. Big miss by Rick Spielman. His wife, $4.9 million a year, Samantha Ponder. Smoke show.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Colin Cowherd, $6 million. Worth it. I like him.
Yeah.
This is what I didn't understand. Aaron Andrews, $2 million.
Huh.
How does she get less than half of what Samantha Ponder makes?
I don't think she works as much.
She doesn't need to.
Yeah.
That really made me upset. Al Michaels, $6 million a year, as well as Skip Bayless and Joe Buck. All make $6 million.
Is Stephen A. Smith on that list?
He is.
I think that he's got to be the GOAT.
He's not. He is. I mean, he literally is. He's probably one of the most prolific analysts out there today.
Yeah.
Jim Nantz, Charles Barkley, Dan Patrick, all at $5 million.
Okay.
How does Jim Nantz make $5 million?
He's the voice of the Masters.
He does more than that.
I know, but he probably makes most of that $5 million just saying, hello, friends.
Yeah. Stephen A., $10 million. Tony Romo, $17 million. And the number one, Jim Rome at $30 million a year.
See, I listened to Jim Rome.
Yeah.
I listened to Jim Rome 20 years ago when I moved up here, when he was on AM radio. He has this cult following, especially on the East Coast and on the West Coast. Not a lot in the Midwest, but he's got a lot of Virginia people, a lot of Maryland people that follow him, and then just loaded on the West Coast. But he has a cult following that is unbelievable.
Yeah, he's on like CBS Sports Network or something during the day when you like go through the channel list and it's like which, there's 10 of them to choose from. Yeah. I think Dan Patrick's probably one of my favorites.
Dan Patrick.
I love DP.
Yeah. Yeah, I like Colin Cowherd.
Yeah, he's really good too. The Herd.
Yeah.
I was talking to Matt the other day and I'm like, who is this heinous woman next to him and he's like, what? And he says her name and I Google her and she's gorgeous, but she tried to Holly Berry her haircut, and I sent a picture. I think you were in the chat when I sent the picture.
She's one of his. Yeah, he's got 2 or 3 girls that kind of keep him on topic and stuff.
Well, every show has a girl doing that.
Yeah,
it's good.
All right, my pop culture that
just fuck him. End it.
Okay, fine.
Oh, my bad.
My pop culture we've been touching on has been revolving around Jeopardy. They did announce that when all of these guest hosts are done, each one's doing about 2 weeks or so, Ken Jennings did 6. They did say that LeVar Burton will be at some point the new.
Who is LeVar?
Okay, LeVar Burton, he was on Star Trek. He's probably best known for people my age.
Reading Rainbow.
Gotcha. But ever since Alex Trebek, even when Alex Trebek was still alive, yeah, he's got the goggles. Even when he was still alive, he was going to be like the heir apparent. I think it's the right thing to do, even though I'm a huge Aaron Rodgers fan. I think that LeVar Burton would be the best. He just seems like he's got that friendly personality. So that's my thing, is I heard this week that when it does happen, probably not till next season, but it will be LeVar Burton.
2 more things. One topic that I want to discuss before we end the show, and one more pop culture. So, How I Met Your Mother.
Yep.
Were you a fan?
Yeah, I liked it.
Pretty good show.
Yeah.
Kevin?
Yeah, I was done with How I Met Your Mother.
How I Met Your Father is coming to Hulu with Hilary Duff as the star.
I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Okay.
I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to give it a shot. Yeah. And then, so this was breaking yesterday, and I was thinking about it on the way here, and it pissed me off. So, NFL, there was a trade yesterday between the Chiefs and the Ravens for
a whole bunch of draft
for
picks.
Orlando Brown Jr.
Yep.
So here's how it went. Ravens traded Orlando Brown,
big guy,
left tackle, huge guy. Vikings were in talks, and this is kind of why I want to talk about it. Orlando Brown, a 2nd-round pick, and a 6th-round pick next year. Mm-hmm. The Chiefs traded the 31, a 3rd, a 4th this year, and a 5th next year.
Yep.
So they're basically swapping 1 for 2 and a 5th for 6 next year, and they get an additional 3rd and 4th. So what drove me crazy is how I've been hearing for months that the Vikings were involved in the Orlando Brown talk. We have 14. How do we not pull that off? If you're given 14, you're not giving up 3rds and 4ths. Yeah. You're not going to have to give up as much. You can get your 2nd-round pick back from them.
2nd-round pick back.
So why not get your left tackle at 14? We'll just do R1 for Orlando Brown in year 2. Call it a day. I don't know how they didn't pull that trigger and get that done, especially when we're in the NFC and both of those teams are in the AFC, and you just gave the Chiefs a guy to protect Patty Mahomes' blind side. There had to have been a better... Yeah. We couldn't have been that deep in the pursuit, but I just wanted to throw it out there. I'm pissed off. So, thanks. Ooh, fuck was that? Hit me with that.
I'm on the wrong page. I'm trying to multitask. Anyway, now we're going to put a wrap on the show with GBG's final thoughts.
Okay, so I just got back late last night from Virginia Beach. I was out there for a week, and here's the thing that gets me. Is we are now living in a society where I had to wear my mask on my plane the entire time, where they're making announcements that say, if you need to take a bite of your food or a drink or a sip of your drink, you can put your mask down and put it back up. You know what I'm hearing more than anything else, though? It's all of these situations where people are getting into arguments or people getting into fights or people having to be kicked out of places because they're not wearing their masks. You know what I'm not hearing ever is... person on plane 2 days later gets diagnosed or gets tested positive for COVID. 237 people on same plane are safe because they wore a mask. Never heard that story. But what I do hear all the time are when you're at places like the airport, you have 6 other people looking at you, giving you dirty looks, going like this. Hey, put your mask on.
Pull it over your nose.
Yeah, and it's we are living in a society right now where the only reason why we're doing something is because we're told to. I have no evidence. That there could have been 15 people on that plane of 150 that had corona. And maybe I would have got it, maybe I wouldn't have. You know what I wasn't doing? I wasn't wearing a goddamn mask when people weren't looking. Just pull it down, relax.
You still have to wear a mask if you get vaccinated, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's just, to me, it's like, you know what? We're over a year into this whole thing. It's done. I'm done with it. You know what? I'm not wearing a mask going in NBC studios or leaving. No mask. That's all I got.
Great job. An actual wrap on the show. D. McCash. We are a Benzie-less episode 64, adulting-ish. Thanks for tuning in. We will see you next week, regardless if GBG is here or not, but we're getting used to that. Thanks for tuning in. Rap show.
Twist Nation. We talking sports with a twist, no script. Legends coming through on the guest list. TC, Minnesota, land of the lakes, boom, Green Bay. That's all I gotta say. Yelling skull with the woes, you know we don't play. We get wild every single day. We got our flaws, but we love our saints. Twist Nation, going